Ladies and gentlemen, Ndindi Nyoro yesterday officially dumped UDA and joined People's Party of Kenya.
The second thing I want to skizane tafadhali, because I want to be very direct. The second thing, mimi kama Ndindi Nyoro na wafuasi wangu kutoka leo nimeingia chama inaitwa People's Party of Kenya. Jambo la tatu ndio tuendelee vizuri. The third thing, I am glad that the membership of the People's Party of Kenya wamenipea nafasi na wakanieleza tukifanya mambo ambayo tunafanya kwenda mbele. Wameniuliza kwa sasa tuongoze hiyo maneno. Na mimi nimeitikia hiyo mwito.
That move by Ndindi Nyoro is going to change the political equation in the Republic of Kenya. And Kenyans are asking one question. What is Ndindi Nyoro's game plan for 2027?
The third thing, as all the membership of the People's Party of Kenya, we have today joined the opposition. Tutulie. Haya, tutulie. Haya, tutulie. Tusikizane kwanza. Jambo, the other point I want to request the Kenyan people. Tunasikizana? Mukiangalia viongozi wale watapeleka Kenya mbele from next year. I also ask humbly the people of Kenya, muangalie pia People's Party. Pia wao wako na viongozi wanaweza shikana mkono na wengine na tukoboe Kenya August of next year.
Because one thing is very clear. Ndindi Nyoro will not be running for the presidency of the Republic of Kenya, as per what he said yesterday. But the other question which most of Rigathi Gachagua supporters are asking, is Ndindi Nyoro another William Ruto's wheelbarrow for Mount Kenya?
Hii siasa sisi ndio mafundi. Hii siasa sisi ndio mafundi wa hii siasa. So tutatengeneza hii siasa mpaka itaingiana. Msikuwe na wasiwasi, iko watu wengi na kiherehere mingi na kelele, lakini hawa tutawafundisha vile siasa inaendelea. So don't be.
And what stopped Ndindi Nyoro from joining DCP party? Those are very critical questions because they're going to determine how Mount Kenya politics is going to pan out moving forward.
Hata hapa Murang'a amemwambia vijana wengine hapa watengeneza kahwirubaru, watu wajifiche hapo. Wanajifanya hawataki Kasongo, lakini ni watu ya Kasongo na ni wheelbarrow ya Kasongo. Mtakubali watu ya Murang'a?
We are aware of a small wheelbarrow coming up in Murang'a. We'll announce it and shout about it when it is done. We also know that he intends to introduce small presidential candidates in the mountain to divide the mountain vote. We shall call them out when he unleashes them. These are people who work with him at night and pretend to be against him during the day. As you have seen in Okalau, the people are nobody's fool. He cannot trick them again.
In this video, I want us to analyze what's going to happen after that move by Ndindi Nyoro. Before we do that, in case you're watching the channel for the first time, take a second or two, click the subscribe button so that next time we produce a video like this, YouTube will automatically notify you. Ladies and gentlemen, what is Ndindi Nyoro's game plan? And how is the move going to affect the political equation in the Republic of Kenya? We all know that 2027 general election is actually going to be determined majorly by how Mount Kenya will vote. As we speak, we have DCP, which is now the dominant party in Mount Kenya. We have Jubilee Party, which is owned by Uhuru Muigai Kenyatta. It has lost touch with the ground. And now we are witnessing the emergence of another political party in the name of People's Party of Kenya, led by Ndindi Nyoro. Will that party be able to compete with Rigathi Gachagua in Mount Kenya? But what's really going to happen? For me, the first thing is definitely Ndindi Nyoro's game plan. I'm ruling out the possibility of Ndindi Nyoro running for the presidency, which means Ndindi Nyoro will either be a running mate to someone, or I don't see other thing. But if Ndindi Nyoro were to be the running mate, to who? I'm looking at the ticket of Edwin Sifuna and Ndindi Nyoro. And if you look at that ticket, then you definitely see the hand of one man, Uhuru Muigai Kenyatta, in it. As we speak in the Republic of Kenya, Edwin Sifuna has established himself as one of the frontrunners for the presidency of the Republic of Kenya. But if you look at the way Linda Mwananchi is organized, you can't really tell who is going to be the running mate. Because I doubt if Kalonzo can agree to deputize Sifuna. I also doubt if Sifuna can agree to become deputy president to Kalonzo. Although that's the best ticket, but none of them will agree, which means Sifuna will have to look for someone else. And we all know that Rigathi is supporting Kalonzo. So which means Sifuna will now come and pair himself with Ndindi Nyoro. That's the ticket I'm seeing. But if that's not going to happen, I'm also seeing the possibility of Matiang'i, presidential candidate, and Ndindi Nyoro as the running mate, so that they're going to compete with Rigathi in Mount Kenya. So which ticket do you think would be ideal? Ndindi Nyoro and Edwin Sifuna? Because the way he even described Sifuna yesterday is telling. And remember, Babu Owino is going to run for Nairobi. If they were to get Ndindi Nyoro, then their combination is going to be complete. The ticket of Ndindi Nyoro, Sifuna, and Babu Owino for Nairobi. So that's probably his game plan. But something is also going to happen. The scramble for Mount Kenya. I can assure you, and I want you to take this to any nearest bank. Rigathi Gachagua is not going to sit and watch Ndindi Nyoro make political progress in the mountain. Rigathi Gachagua is going to deal perpendicularly with Ndindi Nyoro. The way his MPs responded yesterday, one of my friends, the Gatanga MP, Wakili, made a post on his Facebook page that it's another wheelbarrow. And now they've come up with a narrative that one mountain, one party, one leader. So I can assure you, Rigathi is going to deal with Ndindi Nyoro moving forward. Because if you want to deal with Ndindi Nyoro, William Ruto is going to succeed. And that's why most people believe that Ndindi Nyoro is actually a wheelbarrow of the president. Because what is the president looking forward to in Mount Kenya? Is he looking forward to a united Mount Kenya voting for one party? No. He's looking forward to a Mount Kenya where the votes are going to be divided. Which takes me to my third point, the divide and rule tactics. Just like I opened when I began, Mount Kenya is going to determine the next president of the Republic of Kenya. No doubt about that. But it will only determine that based on how they are going to vote. If the entire Mount Kenya will vote for Kalonzo, or if the entire Mount Kenya will reject William Ruto. But in a case where they are divided, let's say Ruto apate hizo zake 13%. Then let's say Ndindi Nyoro pia apate zake 20%. Then Rigathi will be left with how many? That's what William Ruto is looking for to the divide and rule. That's something which is going to happen. And importantly, the scramble for parliamentary seats. Ndindi Nyoro is not going to run. Rigathi is barred from running. Ndindi Nyoro is looking forward to 2032. And based on his age, he will easily sell that to the mountain. And of course, his track record as a member of parliament and acceptability. If you take Rigathi and Ndindi and you subject them to a vote, subject Kenyans to vote for them, you'll be surprised that Rigathi Gachagua will get vote from the mountain. But the rest of the country will vote for Ndindi Nyoro. Those are the realities. So which means even the mountain knows that Rigathi is very popular, very good, but locally. Beyond there, Ndindi Nyoro has a higher chance. So they might want to give Ndindi Nyoro members of parliament. So that after William Ruto is sworn in again, because based on what I'm seeing, the opposition is creating a conducive environment for William Ruto to be re-elected, then now they'll begin campaigning. Because if Ruto is not re-elected, it would mean either Sifuna winning or Kalonzo. So the mountain will have to wait for another 10 years. They'll not do that. They'll want a situation where the wait is going to be just 5 years. And importantly, this move by Ndindi is going to tilt the equation for 2032. Because now, each political formation will now have an opportunity. For example, Kalonzo can team up with Rigathi, then Sifuna teams up with Ndindi Nyoro. And or maybe with Sifuna teaming up with Irungu Kang'ata, and then Matiang'i with Ndindi Nyoro. So Mount Kenya will not produce a presidential candidate, but their numbers will now be the determining factor. I don't know what you think. That's my take. Until next time, this is Makwiny, baby.